Hey, what's going on, everybody? Dusty coming at you, Summit Automotive. We just plucked a little rare gem out of a barn, almost barn. 1987 Iroc Z Camaro, and this one's got a 350. All stock, all original. It's pretty sweet. I'll show it to you real quick. Dang. That's the Generation Gen 3 Camaro. We'll keep you posted on how this one comes along. We're going to get this taken back to the shop right now and get it started. Deconstruction, make it nice. All of this one. This is going to be a good one. Thanks. So, we've got the Camaro Iroc. It is at the shop. We've done a once-over on it. Got my friend out here, Isaiah. What's up, Isaiah? He's our go-to. Whenever we have cars that we need to get cleaned up, he's our go-to people. I'll give you a shot of his boom right there. So, that's what happens when you drop the phone and you get sprayed with water. Anyways, Camaro's getting all cleaned up. Just going to go, while they're here doing some other cars for us, ones we bought the other day, we're just going to have them clean this car up real quick because I'm not getting any younger. So, sometimes it's better to pay. Anyways, stay tuned for more updates on this car. 1987 Chevy Iroc Camaro, 5.7 liter, all original, 77,000 miles. Good car. What's going on, everybody? So today is an exciting day. Today is the day that we are going to see if we can get this Camaro Iroc to fire. It involves putting a fuel sending unit on a fuel pump in it. Which unfortunately on Camaros, third gens, you got to drop the gas tank out of the back and you got to pull the axle down. It's a process, but we'll get it done. And then it's the best part of building a car is to see if it fires. And I know it's gonna fire. It's trying to fire just off the spray, but we're gonna find out here after a little while. So I'll do some videotaping on what we're doing and enjoy the process. Okay, well, here we are, like an hour later. Wasn't too bad, but the tank is out. I had to remove both springs, take the shocks off, or disconnect them, disconnect the panhard bars, the anti-whatever bars. Pretty much the entire rear end had to come off. I think we lowered the axle about a foot. Anyways, here's what it looks like. That's where it was. And here's everything taken apart. Don't forget to drop your brake line right here so that you can get the axle farther down if you guys are doing this. It's not too bad though if you have a lift. It would suck laying on the ground, but the lift does make it easier. Not bad. A couple Black Widow spider webs, don't like that. Unfortunately the tank looks super bueno. I'm going to say it's probably not the original tank. It's too clean inside, and the hardware inside the tank is like new too. So I'm hoping this car's set for that. So we'll see when we get everything put back together here. If anything comes up, I'll stop it and shoot a video. Thanks. Alright, so with the magic of video, we are all back together. It's pretty smooth going back together. It took like 20 minutes to get the gas tank out and 3 minutes to get it back in, so it was really easy. Here's back together. Some of the things you want to make sure is that you have the coils back in their orientation. There's a groove in the upper bucket, so you want to make sure that's done right. And then you want to make sure that your lines are nice and tidy and together, and they're not going to rub against anything and shape on anything. So this car, it's going to need brakes all the way around. It doesn't look like anything's stuck. Shocks, they're Bilsteins, but they're a little old. They're a little slow. And then we're going to have to do sway bar bushings front and back. So from this point, we're going to go and put the car on the ground and go underneath the hood, make sure everything's right, and then we're going to try to fire it off. So it's going to get really exciting pretty quick here, and we're going to make sure we have a fire extinguisher.
Key? Just the key? Cycle it? Cycle?
Finally, after frustration after frustration after frustration, we've got some progress. Some of the problems that we ran into is there was no power to the fuel pump. In one of the videos I did, I put a fuel pump in it to that whole system, and then we found out that that fuel pump was in fact good, and that there was no power to it. So let me show you where the fuse relay is for the fuel pump in a second. It's going to be right there. So we tested all the wires on that, and it actually ended up being this relay all the way on the other side of the car by the battery. It was right here. There was no fuse in there, so somebody had pulled the fuse throughout the years. Back in the day, if you didn't have an alarm, and if you were mechanically savvy, pull the fuse out of the fuel pump and nobody can steal your car. So anyways, second problem we had was there was no pulse to the fuel injectors. So that ended up being a pickup coil inside the distributor. So we pulled the distributor out and replaced that. That was a pain in the butt. Had to bring it to top dead center, put everything back together correctly. Then put a new cap and rotor on it. And then magic happened. It started. And it's pissed off and it's nasty. So let's see if we can get a sound of it running for you. It's 113 degrees today and I'm sweating my butt off. Woo! Smelly. Oh, it's angry. Oh, now it's dead. That's what I've been dealing with on this thing. So, motor's knocking really hard. I'm gonna say it's probably a bad motor. Also blew out the radiator. The radiator hose is puking all over the place. The radiator split in half. So when people say it was running when we parked it, it was running, and it was on its last breath. So you know, it is what it is. So if we have to pull the motor and rebuild it, it's worth it. So, anyways. Stay in touch. We'll keep you posted. Thanks.